done with.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition? Bone face.
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, but the PS5 though, like it just dropped.
I know.
Oh, damn, y'all beautiful though, but
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, but I need a PS5.
Oh, God.
My nigga.
Y'all, so this dude came in my DM yesterday. He was like, "You're pretty, I'm trying to get to know you." He literally sent me $1,000 just to get to know me. And y'all literally sit here and think I'm gonna get to know y'all for free when somebody just paid me $1K for him to get to know me? Be so for real.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not. No.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I got a question for you. Do you have car insurance?
100%. No reason.
All right. Do you have homeowners insurance?
100%.
Do you have life insurance?
100%.
Do you have medical insurance?
100%.
Did you get tired of your insurance agent talking about the possibilities of you losing your life and being rewarded? Hold on for a second. I know, but don't be a butt person. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You have insurances. Although it's a very uncomfortable situation, and life insurance people who sell it tend to be scumbags. They tend to be looked at as scumbags, like, I don't want to have this conversation about me dying, but you surely will die. So you better have the conversation. The reality is, yes, it's a very tough conversation. I have to spend a lot of time talking about it. It's very difficult. However, there needs to be some insurance, and there's no insurance, and so we must talk about it.
He ain't lying.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, "Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you." She said, "Okay, I think I can take it." So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja. Bye-bye.
What's up, y'all? It's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Whew, runaway slave. That's how I'm feeling right now. You know, your boy just got in the crib. You feel me? You know, I had a little long day, but you know, I ain't complaining. Yo, we all gotta grind. We all gotta make our money, right? So anyway, y'all, thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit once again. Now, yo, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna stay on all night, but I did think this is a great topic. You know, women sabotaging themselves from relationships by endorsing breakup culture. Now, y'all probably remember about a week or two ago, I did come out with a video that stated, you know, that question, do Black women celebrate relationships too soon, especially relationships that stem from toxicity? We all know that, you know, it was said, it's rumored, I mean, because we don't have any confirmation, but it was Offset who made the claim that Cardi B essentially was sleeping with Stephen Diggs in the time when she was still pregnant with their last daughter, bro. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
Now, with that being said, you know, ironically, you know, no one ever tried to, you know, question her, or, you know, you didn't hear much from the sisterhood. And, you know, some people are going to say, well, Cardi B's not Black. Man, let's just be real. Cardi B essentially is Black. Okay, she dates Black men and she has Black children. And her main demographic of people who probably support her are the sisters. Let's not bullshit here, right? So she's definitely included in the conversation. Now, I do want to go to the comment section because y'all the ones who, you know, saying, bless your boy. Kim Larice comes through. Hey, my love. She says, I am first. Ah, shit. There you go. First in what, though? That's the question, right? Now, Dwayne Rose says, women self-sabotage relationships because they lack self-esteem. Well, they lack of self-esteem. Well, that's, you know what? That's definitely a component of it. Definitely. I mean, let's just be real. Even the finest woman doesn't really have much high self-esteem. Once you start, you know, once you start breaking her down, you got to realize they're not as confident as you believe as well. Now, of course, Dwayne Rose says that baby gonna have a soft spot on his head. LOL. Facts. Because you know he was going in on town on that chick. Because, you know, we all know that pregnant poom poom be wetter than a mug. Now, Kimberly says, first to see you. Ah, nice. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. You know, it's been a while since you catch, I think you caught it live. Now, yeah, man, I mean, you know, what kind of sucks is that, you know, like, you know, in the Black community, let's just be real. In the Black community, as well as, you know, greater America, we all know when the hood has a flu, the people in the suburbs are going to catch a cold. Now, you know, that's why they call the projects. Is because, you know, the Black community is a project, you know what I'm saying, for all types of experiments. And let's just be real. You know, Black women pretty quick to replace a man. You know, keeping the man that they currently have is not that high on their priority list. And maybe, you know, that sounds maybe kind of fucked up on the top, but when you come from you know, not, I'm not saying all Black people, but when you have a community where a woman's quick to sell out her man for a, you know what I'm saying, welfare check, for, you know what I'm saying, just to get the Section 8 benefits and child support, you know, they're going to support, you know, it only makes sense. Well, I mean, in their sense, in their logic, right? It only makes sense to just go and, you know, if a dude is trying to be if he's trying to be the man of the house, it makes sense to kick the man in the house. That way you can have control, right? Unfortunately, you know, this definitely comes back to haunt them, especially with the fact that, you know, Section 8 benefits and stuff like that is going to be on a downward, especially with Donald Trump being in office. You know, welfare or Section 8 or stuff like this, something that they're looking to get rid of. Now, with that being said, now, with how the economy is, the change of the scene, and the fact that we're coming into a new world, any black man who wants to be in a relationship with a woman is probably going to look for different greener pastures. Not saying that all black women can't be in a good family, but if you want, even if you want the best black woman, you'll probably have to date white women or other women out of ethnicity as well. If you're just looking, if you're looking for a quality woman, because let's just be real. I'm just being honest with you, and this is towards black women too. If you're looking for, if you believe in love, who said love has a color? So for you to be in love with somebody, they have to be in your race. I don't know. Doesn't that sound a little? I don't know. Sounds kind of convenient, right? Now, Kimberly says, I don't like Donald Trump. Okay. You know, hey, you might not like Donald Trump, but let me ask the question. Who would have been a better decision to make? Do you think that, as much as you don't like Donald Trump, Kimberly Reese, would it have been better to vote in Kamala Harris, someone who essentially was under the Biden administration, let's just be real. The reason why Donald Trump is making a lot of changes is because, think about it. Y'all might hate that I say this, but let's just be real. Donald Trump is essentially essentially reversing everything that Joe Biden essentially did. Think about it. If Joe Biden did not let a bunch of illegal immigrants in the country, right, to try to offset an election and to keep them into power, while affecting your price of living as an American, it is Joe Biden administration that put us in this situation in the first place. Think about it. Donald Trump wouldn't even be trying to, like people who, people complain that, people been here for like 20 years plus and stuff like that, and now they even getting set back. Think about it. Donald Trump was in power in 2016, and he didn't do all that. Here's the thing. Think about it. Joe Biden and his administration allowing the influx of illegal immigrants actually put in risk the immigrants who are already over here. Make that make sense. So, sometimes the devil you know is better than the devil that you're going to get. So I ain't calling Donald Trump the devil either. What I'm saying is that there's a lot of things that you might not like that Donald Trump is doing. And maybe his hand was forced because Joe Biden decided to let a bunch of immigrants in the country. Think about it. And that affected your cost of living. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I remember I used to DoorDash. And man, I used to make some decent money off of DoorDash, bro. But I'll tell you this much. After 2020? Yeah, was it 2020? When 2020, when Joe Biden came into party and stuff like that, came into power, man, my money went down low on all types of things, on all types of service. Why? Because guess what? The immigrants was eating up that DoorDash shit, bro. But, that's just one prime example of how immigration actually affected us. And, whether or not, what I'm saying, your parents or anyone's parents are immigrants or not, that doesn't change the fact that Joe Biden basically is the reason why we're in this situation. Shit, if I'm not mistaken, Donald Trump wasn't even, it was Donald Trump. Look, as a matter of fact, it was Obama who actually deported more people than Donald Trump. That was even his biggest concern. All Donald Trump was concerned about was putting a wall across the border. That was it. And guess what? It is what it is. Now, Kimberly Reese says, I'd rather vote for my badass little sister. So that means that you voted for Kamala? Okay. Hey. Here's the thing. To the point that Democrats voted for Trump, that says a lot about that administration, man. And I feel that Americans, it was the Democrats who dropped the ball when they had the advantage. They had an advantage, but guess what? They wanted to do everything for everybody, especially even out black men and stuff like that. Well, cost them an election. Oh, shit, not even just black men. Men, period, is the reason why they lost that election. A man-supported man comes through, growing gang signs. He says salute to Cali West and everyone in the chat. XL Pro comes through, says salute. Yeah, man, I should have came on a little earlier tonight, but, you know, that work, boy. XL Pro says like, share, and subscribe. Cash App, $, Cali West 1. Yeah, you know your boy need them chicken sandwiches. A man-supported man says, I can't dislike or hate someone I don't personally know. Make it make sense. Right? Now, Kimberly Reese says, thanks for breaking it down. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. She says, I love Kamala. It is a woman movement. Aw, Kimberly Reese. You know what? You know I love you, boo. But see, that's the thing. You know, even with the sweethearts, even the ones, you know, even for the woman that we do actually appreciate, y'all still are sucked into the feminism. What do you like about Kamala? What do you like about Kamala? So that's the thing. Women movement to what? Let me ask you a question. Isn't America a land of the, isn't America a country of men and women? What do you mean a woman? Let me ask a question, Kimberly, my love. When are y'all women going to have a movement to become, you know what I'm saying, to become 50% of the plumbers? When are y'all women going to make it to the point that y'all are 50% of the electrical workers? When are y'all going to make a movement that y'all are 50% of the construction workers? When are y'all going to make a movement becoming more, let's say, for example, becoming more troops on the ground? See, that's the thing. Y'all only want to make a movement when it comes to power. You get it? See, this thing is almost like penis envy. Why is it so important for a woman to be in power? Why? I don't understand that. Like, think about it. If I'm doing the heavy lifting, why should you be the boss? I don't get that. If I got to do all the hard work, if I got to do all the heavy lifting, and and the accountability is going to be on me, why should the woman be the boss? Make that make sense. Now, 17th and note says, I don't like Trump as a politician or any other of these politicians. They don't care about regular people or concerns. They only help themselves and their associates. Facts, they do definitely help their constituents. Well, look, yo, man, Malcolm X already done told us already prior to 1965, okay? He wasn't even alive to see the Civil Rights Bill. But guess what? As a matter of fact, yeah, he wasn't even alive to see the Civil Rights Bill happen. But guess what? He said, we don't need a Civil Rights Bill. We don't need any other bill in place. He said, first off, all the government has to do is uphold the laws that they already have now. And straight up and down, he said to black people that black people cannot depend on the government to fix their problems. So, I mean, here's the thing. See, the thing is that, unfortunately, politicians usually do think about themselves. But, I can tell you one thing. Things are probably not getting as messed up now as it was under Joe Biden. Kimberly says we are going to rally. Rally for what exactly? Here's the thing. Just keep in mind, too. Here's the flip side. Rally for what? What are we rallying for? Here's the thing. There's a possibility you could have voted in Kamala Harris, and guess what? Kamala Harris could have still sent troops, she could have still bombed that country with the 4-letter words. They'll still be supporting the other country, with the people with the little hats. All this will still be going down. Not much will really change. As a matter of fact, I believe the economy would be much worse. And, they'll be forcing you to buy an electrical car. Dwayne Rose says Kamala lost my vote when she said she lived listening to Pac and Biggie. You a effing liar. They were like in middle school. Right, exactly. Right, because grew up listening to that. She a goddamn lie. because she was dating. If I'm not mistaken, she was dating Montel Jordan, and no, was she dating Montel Jordan at the time? She was dealing with Montel Jordan and I think it was, not if I'm mistaken, Montel Jordan and the mayor or the governor or that guy, the mayor guy, right? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, shit. They used to call me Jose because I don't believe what these hoes say. Now, Emancipated Man says, when are they going to make a movement and stand up for equal rights in the divorce and family court? Laughing my fucking ass off. Right. Damn, y'all. You know what's crazy? We haven't even shown not one video, not one article, anything about this, and we're just already in conversation. That's why I love y'all, man. That's why we just coming here. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here tonight. I was planning to stay on all night, but your boy had to come in and do this overtime. But it's already popping already. I love it, man. The righteous feeler is real in the field. Now, Dwayne Rose says mandatory literature for Black folks to read should be Dr. Claude and Dr. Sowell. Interesting. You know what? Those names sound familiar. Kimberly Reese says equal pay and network. Equal pay. Oh, Kimberly Reese. You know what you should do? You should join my group on Facebook called The Righteous Fear. There's a group that we have called The Righteous Fear on Facebook. You should probably send an ad on it, you know what I'm saying? That way we can educate you a little bit more and get you on the right path of thinking, you feel me? Because the truth is, the equal pay argument about between men and women, that has already been you know how they have, I guess they did a myth busting on that. Well, not really a myth busting, but the truth is that argument has actually been put to rest many times. The reason why women do not make the same pay as men. Here's the thing: it's not that so much that the women don't get paid the same salary amount. The thing is they don't take equal pay into consideration. They don't take into consideration the fact that men are doing overtime. Like, for example, men usually get more pay and more money because of their performance. Like, for example, even my job, I think I make a little bit more than some of my coworkers who are doing the same job. Not by much, but a little bit. Why? Because guess what? For the most part, man, I be doing overtime. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of overtime, and the job that I do, I've been doing it for a while. I mean, I have experience in it. Even though I didn't do it for a while and I went back to it, I have a lot of experience in the job. So it's like, I do all the KPIs and all that performance bullshit, blah, 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 right? So, I might get a little bit more than some of my coworkers. And mainly, most of them are women. Why? Because guess what? I don't have to go on paternity leave. I'm the first one to do the overtime because guess what? I'm not salary. I'm still, hourly worker. So guess what? I get every dollar I can get. You dig? So, I mean, the truth is, I'm not trying to use myself as an example of what, but I'm just using that as an example of why, women are making the same amount of money. It's just that, are they really putting in the same amount of work, though, is the question. 17th and L says that Kimberly Reese, Kamala Harris sat in front of a Black woman's face and said, do you think I'm going to do anything for Black people? No. But her and her running mate did things for Asians. Ooh, facts. Asians, LGBT, Indians, you name it. Kimberly Reese says Willie Brown. Right. Willie Brown. J Flo says, I rock with Boss Up Team. Salute Cali West, XL Pro, 17th and O, and chat. United States. Yes, sir. Dwayne Rose says Montel Williams. You know what I mean. Montel Williams, Montel Jordan. Montel Jordan is the guy from the talk show. Wait, no. Montel Williams is the guy from the show. Montel Jordan is that rapper singer dude. This is how we do it. 17 L says at Kimberly Reese, they did things for the Ukrainians. Facts. J Flo says Tupac, the greatest rapper alive with bathtub greens. Right. Right. 17th note says that J Flow was oh no, he says was am. And then 17th note says that Kimberly Reese, I have worked with many jobs in my lifetime, and not one of these jobs where the woman paid less per hour doing the same job as me. Facts. That's what I'm saying. Like, see, the thing is, women, here's the thing. They don't really want equal rights. They want equal outcome. They want to be able to, like, for example, it's like, okay, because a man is a CEO, they believe a woman should be a CEO because a woman was given the opportunity, she could probably do real good for the company. But guess what? Anyone could make that argument. Anyone could make the argument that, I'm saying, if I had, if I had the authority or the power to say so, of a company or something, I could do a lot of things. Yeah. But guess what? You got to pay your dues to make, to make change, right? Like, hey, to be a boss, hey, you got to work your way up to be a boss. You feel me? Not many people are willing to do that, but guess what? People are willing to set the outcome. It's kind of like even getting married. It's like, okay, you get married to a woman, right? The prerequisite of getting married to her, let's just be real. Women are not going to say it. I mean, I know there's some women who might marry a man who doesn't have much money, but most women, when they marry a man, they expect them to provide and protect, right? So if it's your job to provide and protect, why are you listening to your wife? If you got to bring home the bacon, you got to bring home the bacon and cook it too. But guess what? Unfortunately, that's how women are when it comes to this work thing. They want to be the boss. They want equal rights. Equal rights of what? Because the truth is that, it's not like the man gets run amok in a company. The men are just as much victims as you are. As a matter of fact, the reason why most men do not have a livable wage to take care of a wife and kids and family is because women want to be part of the workforce. And in order to be part of the workforce, as a matter of fact, what I like is Peaky Blinders, which is actually, I don't know if y'all watch Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders is a TV show on, I think, like HBO Cinemax. One of those shows, I think HBO. But Peaky Blinders was based off of real Peaky Blinders, right? Off the British gang. But the British gang, they were into, like, just like how the mob is. They had, like, businesses and stuff like that, right? And basically they had a bunch of workers who were basically protesting. The woman basically wanted to be paid as much as the man, right? So he said this to the woman. He said, okay, if I pay you the same as him, I could either do one or two things. He said, I could either pay him, I could either pay you and him the same amount, but that would mean that, you were basically, both would still be getting paid less. So he says, either your man can make less and bring home less, and you can just bring about the same amount of money. Essentially, he was saying that basically if I just hire you, your husband is going to basically like making less money. You're almost better off letting your husband just go to work and you're not getting the money. But guess what? Women want to be able to have their own say so with their money. That's why they wanted to join in the that's the reason why they really wanted to join the working force. It's because they were wanting to buy. And guess what? Corporate America and the government knew that. That's why they gave women equal rights. That way women could start being able to be taxpayers, okay? So, we could go on and on and on and on. It's been about 30 minutes, and we've all just been talking about this. But see, this right here is kind of part of the sabotage. You get it? See, the sabotage runs deep. The sabotage runs so deep that I haven't even been able to even play a video. And and Kimberly's, I'm saying, your boy fucks with you. I'm saying, I got love for you, Kimberly Reese. But see, even with the good ones, even the decent chicks that, with that, saying that support us, even they have to fight the feminism. So just like how men got to fight the simp and the beta in us, women have to fight the feminism in them. J Flo says, my wife made more than me last year and still asking for $40. Come on now.
The cap.
Facts. Yo, I remember I had me and my ex. I forgot how much we made, but yo, I can honestly say between me and my ex, we made about $100K between each other. And this was a long time ago. This was like probably 2020. I was saying 2020. Me and her, no, not 2020, tripping. I would say 2006, 2007. Me and my ex probably made 100,000 put together. Probably made 100. No, we made definitely well over 100,000 together. Okay, but guess what? This chick still, you know what I'm saying, essentially wanted to break us up, essentially, so she could just basically just, you know, go to school and like live rent free with her parents, right? But see, she thought what I was going to do was I was just going to go and pay all the bills just so we could stay together. But no, I just went ahead and just broke that off. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, if we could afford it, we could have did everything together. But guess what? Even when they make money, they still don't even have money, J Flow. Facts. They still don't have all the money. And mind you, I almost married her too, and she was a single mother. Thank Lord, bro. Shit.
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
Now, Dwayne Rose says women don't think about why there might be an imbalance. Women, let's say, in their early 20s have the start of their career and have a child, then go back to the workforce while her counterpart tracks along and keeps moving up in their professional careers. That's imbalance. Right? I agree. Look, I agree. Yeah, because here's the thing. Especially younger women. Younger women are going to get the type of jobs that only the man of her age would dream of. Okay? Unfortunately, see, the thing is, when women, they can kind of get in their job just based off their looks. This is be real. If they are at least somewhat qualified, their looks alone could get them in a job, right? For real. But guess what? Unfortunately, when they get a little older, that ends to peter out. They end up realizing that there's a glass ceiling. So, you know, and guess what? In the interim, guess what? While they're working for that promotion, who gets promoted above them? Some white woman or some younger woman who has a degree from a more prestigious college, or a younger woman who sucked, you know, who duck sick better than you. Yep. Damn, man, we ain't got to show no videos yet. We just rapping up here. I love it. I really appreciate y'all really supporting, man. Y'all really support. Because like I said, I ain't watched no video. We ain't doing no reactions yet or nothing. We just been rapping out, and I appreciate that with y'all, man. I mean, the truth is, this is how, I mean, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, this is how the show should be, but at the same time, this is kind of good that, you know, we have the energy to just have a conversation, you know? And like I said, every video that I put out does not have to be a banger. It doesn't have to have 300, 500, 1,000, you know, 2,000 views, you know? Sometimes we just here sometimes I gotta give back to the community and get back to YouTube and show them that I'm working. You feel me?
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
So back to this comment section, and then maybe, just maybe I could show a couple of videos of women sabotaging themselves. Because trust me, I got a plethora of videos of women sabotaging themselves and how they add to why men don't want to date them. Because guess what? Coach Greg Adams, he actually kind of convinced me to actually make this video. Well, in theory, through his conversations with his own video, because he was on Locals today. And damn, I'm listening like a pig. Anyway, as I sweat like a young runaway slave, Coach Greg Adams kind of mentioned the fact that, you know, if you only watch these makeover shows and stuff like that, you usually could literally witness women sabotaging each other. Like a woman will go to, you know, one of these little shows, and, you know, maybe she needed some, you know, maybe she has some really long hair. She's very pretty. You know, she don't really mean much. You know, she probably just needs really, like, you know, Maybe because, like, maybe just a restyle or something like that. Maybe some new clothes. Usually some dude, some Rita Rainbow ass ninja, or some funny looking chick, some punk rocker chick will go, and the first thing they do is the big chop. Coach Breck Adams, he mentioned that. He was like, man, he's like, they literally are sabotaging the girl from getting a man. But the first thing they do is chop off the girl's hair. Like, the first thing they do is they go to some radical and chop off their hair. And you know what's so crazy? Because subconsciously, I can see that. Sometimes it's like some of these makeovers, they look worse than they look better than previously before the makeover. That's because Al Bundy once said, "Women know women, and women hate each other. Women sabotage each other all the time. Even in your own personal relationship, there's been many times where your girlfriend's homegirl, she be always hating. That's because her homegirl wants her to be single. But guess what? That same homegirl, let that same homegirl get in a relationship. Her homegirl will ditch her homegirl. And guess what? Remember they used to always go to the club? Guess what? As soon as she got a boyfriend, she ain't going to the club no more. Now your ex-girlfriend got to find new friends to go to the club with. Trust me, I done seen that shit play out plenty of times, whether it's in my relationship or just for mutual friends. Now, oh shit. Oh, damn. I said a lot. Kimberly, J Flo says, no, 17 Danelle says, Kimberly reads, now that I make more money due to working overtime, working weekends, and multiple jobs, that's how I made more money than most people I worked with at any individual job. Facts. Man, usually at my job, women run for the overtime. I'm not saying that some of them, they weren't a couple young chicks a little hungry for their money, but for the most part, it was the dudes who were doing all the overtime. J Flo says, don't get married. Kimberly Reese says, I'm waiting to be on the Facebook page. Oh, okay, so what, you added yourself to the righteous sphere? Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. Dan Rose says, women don't even know how a woman workforce was created and decimated the family household. Facts. You know what? I almost kind of wonder if they even really truly even cared. You feel me? I truly wonder if they didn't even care. It was, truth be told, it was selfish actions. And the one thing is, women do impulsive things. They'll do something. Look. I remember, Dwayne Rhodes. You know what I'm saying? You about my age, bro. Shit, maybe a little bit older. Yo, remember when women used to tattoo, laugh now, cry later on themselves? They literally live in that mind state. 17 else says, I work no less than 2 jobs at any point in my days, and I've been working since 1998. As many as 4 jobs. So if I make more than women in a year, that's why. I was a hustler, and I was a hustler until I got injured and disabled. Damn, bro. Sorry to hear that. But it's facts. All facts. J Flo says atrocious with the money handling. Exactly. 17 Danelle says that Kimberly Reese, several of my exes made more money than me while working far less hours. He says that Kimberly Reese, I had an ex that made more of the money than me working 3 days a week than I was working 5 to 6 days full time and overtime in the second job, but she was fine, which is why she got hired. Facts. I know that's crazy too, because man, CGA, J Flo says CGA was lit today. Dude, were shocked. Fact. I'm kind of glad to see J Flo's comment went into 17th Danelle's comment a little bit too, because we was like, for example, CGA was going on CGA's post almost like his local stream was actually even better than his YouTube stream, bro. One thing that I actually liked about that show too was, like, remember they were showing that chick who was talking about how she no longer I guess she's no longer about that that thrill of whole life, right? But then CGA just did a reverse image on her, and she's almost literally still doing the same thing, she's just doing it on the low. But what I thought about was funny about that is, there's plenty of times where I've even bumped into a woman, right? And let's just say, like, have you ever noticed a chick, she just have her shit together, like, everything just seems good on top, like, she looking good, she's up in a nice car. You're almost kind of like, damn, man, how can I afford this bitch, right? Come to find out she got, like, a regular job. Sometimes she probably wouldn't even make that much money for her. But, like, she got this, she got this Benz truck, or she got this nice little Benz. It's more than a sleep class. Like, how can she afford it? Man, yo, that's because a lot of these chicks who you think got it together, who you think, are making money, all these chicks that we see on IG, most of these chicks, bro, are selling it, bro. Straight up and down. Even regular chicks who be working, they be selling it. Them chicks be on the spectrum, bro. Kimberly says, thank God I got good hair from my mixed parents, LOL. I heard that. Dwayne Rose says, you know what interesting is in our generations when women get started getting tattoos. Many were going through their crisis in life. It was like a caterpillar onto a butterfly. Right. Because remember, tattoos is kind of really a manly thing. You feel me? But guess what? Here's the thing. I done had an ex. I ain't gonna front. I had an ex, and she never really had any tattoos. I wouldn't really say she was an ex, but I guess I call her my ex because, I used to put my peen in her very often. But one thing that I used to kind of what I thought that was kind of odd was she started get out of nowhere. I mean, I guess she probably always wanted to get tattoos, but when her father passed away, let's see here. Now she could, I noticed that, at that point when her father passed away, she was, quick to go get tattoos. She was getting tattoos, all types of stuff, right? And I ain't up front. Y'all know I got y'all might not be able to see it, but I have a bunch of tattoos too. But I truly believe that the reason why she started getting a bunch of tattoos is because she was, attracted to a certain type of dudes, I had tattoos. The other niggas that she was probably getting smashed on had tattoos too. So, they were trying to emulate the dudes that they was fucking, essentially. So, yeah. But guess what? I truly believe that dudes with tattoos really don't like girls with tattoos. Like, for example, thugs don't really want a thug girl. Thugs usually want the good girls too, which is ironic, right? Not really ironic, but opposite attract. You feel me? Women can't do what men do and still be a lady. 17 to know says, my ex let her friends talk her into cutting her hair. Her attitude got too unbearable, and I had to let her go. Right. And you got to understand too. I almost feel like too. I mean, not that I get big on the whole if she likes you thing, but guess what? I truly do believe if a girl's really into you like that, you'll have more influence over her than her friends will. Look, if a girl fucks with you enough, you can get her to cut off her friends. That doesn't happen often anymore, but because we all know women, friends are a woman's support system. So Kimberly Reese says, I salute the brothers. I appreciate you. J Flo says, my wife always wants to be in her crew. My wife always wanted to be the best in her crew. No competition. Oh, nice. That's what's up. 17 now says that's a plus that she had ninjas that everybody knew about. Hashin Shabbat says, salute. I appreciate you, my G. J Flo says, shake what your mama gave you. Then at 17 now, at Kimberly says, salute to you too. J Flo says, I was going to reverse look up my wife, but I don't have the stomach. Do you have the stomach? Kimberly Reese says, I am a good girl. I was hoping you wasn't a good girl, but I feel like you're a good person, But I hear you. We hear you. I don't know. Usually when girls say they're a good girl, usually when they say they're a good girl, it's usually the opposite. 17 now says these IG and TikTok bras are definitely selling it. They shake it. They shake titties and ass for ninjas with Cash App in their bios, and the simps they call pay pigs break them off in thousands a day. Well, see, I'm kind of glad you kind of mentioned that 17th because it's what a lot of men are under impression, you know, it's like old school red pill. A lot of people just say, oh, she's an attention whore. She wants attention because she wants that bag. You feel me? Now, Kimberly Reese says, I could be naughty, not at a girl. That's what I'm talking about now. Yeah.
Put that all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Yo. Damn. Oh. I must have. I was looking for the videos I was going to play tonight. But now I can't. Oh. Did I not set that up? I know I did. Oh, maybe I didn't. But what else do we got in the comment section? J Flo says, Jam in Ram City. Yes, sir. Man, we had a good discussion tonight. I'll tell you that much, boy. Okay, so I do have the videos up. Okay. So why did I not show it? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I got videos all day. I got past videos I can show y'all too, but I wanted to show y'all some of the stuff that I had earlier today. I do feel like it kind of goes along the same subject title. That's crazy. Oh, there it is. Now I found it. Huh. Oh, okay. I think I just messed up the name of the file. Okay, that's how I missed it. What? Wait a minute. My bad, y'all. I gotta hear it as clear as day. What it is? That's weird. Why does it feel it's real? Why can't I find my? That's crazy. The devil is a lie. 17 enough says, I'm gonna be real. I don't want a broad give their friends or anything. To be real, I don't want a broad to give up their friends or anything for me. He said, I'm trying to multitask, y'all. My bad. He says, to be real, I don't want a broad to give up their friends or anything for me. These days, I want them to have a full life and just come over when she's in the mood or has something to bring to me. Here's the thing. Either way, I would want my girlfriend to have friends too. You know, I don't want my friend to be. Here's the thing. I don't want her to be all up in me either, because then she's not gonna want me to have no life, right? But I'm just saying, like in theory, you know, if a woman really respects you and you felt that her friends were a detriment to her, she will cut them off. But I feel, 17 Jam and Ram, you already know, boy. So yeah, let's give this another go around, because I do want to play some other stuff for y'all. Damn. Okay, I was going to say. Oh, now it's showing. That's crazy. I just named something wrong and it had me chasing my tail, boy. Okay. So with that being said, yeah, let me show some videos or something that go towards what we're discussing. Like, for example, just think about it. Like, men, like ladies, you know. I know there's one lady, one lady, Kimberly Reese, she's showing love in here. But I know there's a lot of women ninja watching. But you're gonna understand when y'all accept, when y'all deal with toxicity, we see this. We see this and we see what y'all uphold and we remember it. You feel me? We remember all this. Well, look, even she could tell it. Here we go.
As the women of today's society, we are utterly fucked. And I say this wholeheartedly. You bitches are fucking worthless. So I saw the videos of the guy's page who saw his girl getting a train run on her. And y'all, I am very fucking appalled. That man's comment section shows the influx of women lacking accountability. The fact that anytime a woman is caught cheating under the influence, I don't give a fuck, she done took a shot, 2 shots, done took down the whole motherfucking bottle. The fact that the first thing y'all say is that she was SA, it's fucking ridiculous. Then she doubled down on an audio message on the recording and said, hey, I consented to this. I didn't even drink that much that night. I know what position I put myself in. So you literally just admitted that you did that shit on purpose. You had the intention on doing what you did. That's why you didn't want him to go out either. You wanted to go out with your homegirls and you told him it's strictly going to be me and my homegirls. You can't come and you can't go out. Yeah, bitch, you sadly mistaken. That man got him fucked up. Like, you expect that man to sit home after you just told him you can't go with me and my friends and we going out to a party? Baby girl, he's going out. And he just happened to go out and be at the same fucking place you work. And he caught your ass red-handed. But you want to know what sent me? That bitch said I was drunk. And my mouth was already too full to tell them to stop. Bitch, that don't sound like sexual assault to me. Talking about, oh, we were just talking and one thing led to another because me and you were in an argument. So, it just happened. Nah, bitch, it didn't just happen. You adamantly wanted to go out with your homegirls. And just your homegirls. And I couldn't go, nor could I go out. So you could go be with your fuck-ass homegirls who promoted you and supported you on doing this fuck-ass shit when you could have left me the fuck alone. Then y'all want to pay him out to be the bad guy or the suspect, and he could have took both of them niggas' heads off and that bitch. He really could have unalived all 3 of them. But then he would be wrong, right? He would be an emotional man that needs to control his emotions, right? Motherfucking men can't win for losing. Black, Mexican, it don't matter. Y'all can't win for losing, and these bitches are the fucking demise of y'all. These bitches are the reason for y'all downfall. The reason why men are not allowed to be safe because somewhere down the line, a woman or a black woman didn't make them feel safe. They told them, hey, shut the fuck up, suck that shit up, you acting like a bitch. Or they tell you, you acting like a female. I'm more man than you. I got more balls than you do. Then y'all fuck up these men mentally, and then you want to blame them or fault them for reacting the way they fucking reacting when they're not allowed to fucking feel. I don't think motherfuckers understand that suppressed emotions will definitely explode. And I'm sorry to say, some people don't have control over their emotions once they get to that point. So I don't blame people for unaliving people when they get fucked over. Like, I just don't fucking get it. Your mouth was too full to tell them to chill out? What the fuck? I would have beat her ass, bro. For him to stand in the door and see them thrashing his bitch from the front and the back and like a rodeo, she riding it like a cowgirl. Ain't no way. There's no way that he was the fucking problem. What I will say is I do feel like once he saw her walking up them stairs with both of them, he should have dragged her motherfucking ass back down them stairs in front of them. Bitch, where the fuck is you going? But you want to know, I'm actually glad that he didn't react because I watched all his videos and he was just like it happened to him before and he crashed the fuck out. But this time he was just like, bitch, you're a slut. I'm gonna just leave your ass alone. But for her to have the audacity to text him after he saw that and she didn't know he seen that and she was like, you want to come over after I get home? Bitch, fuck you. You bitches are lame as hell.
I don't know if y'all heard about that little situation where the chick got a train ran on her, but it's been something that has been going around on like YouTube for a little while. You know what's crazy? Remember when I used to talk about ran through choo-choos? I need to start talking about them ran through choo-choos again, and I might have to bring that up. That might have to be the topic for tomorrow night. But yo, I'm sure y'all heard about that situation, right? And it's crazy because I'm trying to pull it up on the internet, and it's hard for me to find now. But it was like a big deal. It was like a big deal no more than like a week or two ago. But what's crazy is that, like, I'm trying to find it, but it's like, it's kind of hard to find. Like, I'm trying to find it now, and I can't find it. And I ain't gonna lie, no cap. I see other people talking about it, but it's like I don't really want to play someone else's YouTube just to go play this. But guess what? You know what? I might have no choice in the matter. I might literally have no choice in the matter. You know, sometimes it be like that. Sometimes you gotta support other people, I guess. But let's see here. Damn. I just want to see the part where he just talking. I don't want to hear about somebody else's commentary. I really don't. You know what? We're just gonna leave it as is because there's what you know what the sister kind of told us enough. But essentially, yeah, man, like the fact that women, we don't even have to talk about bad about sisters. Yo, it is women in general who sat down here. See, what I do like is the fact that, go figure, it takes a black woman to go set these hoes straight. Because, like, she admitted to getting a train ran on her. And guess what? People on the internet were still saying that the boyfriend did not help her. And he let them SA her, blase, blah, right? After all that. Like, in this day and age where men are willing to white knight and save a woman, a man, he got to stop his girl from doing what she wants to do. The reason why he let her do that is because, here's the thing. Yeah, he could have did what most jealous men would have did, which was drag this woman away to try to stop the inevitable. So guess what? If a girl's going to be a 304, if she's going to be a hoe, you got to let a hoe be a hoe. And guess what? I guess in a story, based off of what his sister said, he basically, I guess this happened. Like, I guess this chick maybe cheated on him or got her train run on him before. Maybe not the same girl, but he said that he, like, you know, I guess he crashed out the last time. So guess what? He kind of learns, no, now you got to let things play out, man. If you kind of feel like your girl's going to do something shady, you almost have to let her do that. What did Usher say? Let it burn? I mean, don't let it burn like Usher. But, you know, because from what I heard, he might be burning for real. But real talk, sometimes you just gotta let it play out. Sometimes you gotta give someone enough rope to hang themselves, bro. And that's essentially what he did. And he confronted her about it. And he wasn't taking her back. He put that shit out for the world to see. J Flo says, train. And then 17 the note says, I enjoy my space and time to do what I like to do. I did relationships back to back for the better part of 15 years, and I didn't like it. I didn't have the time. I thought it was the right thing to do. Fact. Well, black men, we put a lot of energy and emphasis into relationships, you know, and that's not knowing any part of our own. 17 the note says they don't even know how they look because she keep her face down, but it's his fault though. Right. Sheesh. 17th says that's exactly the same thing that happened to one of my homies in real life. He walked in and saw her getting rotisserie chicken. Damn, that's crazy. Dwayne Rose says, since I was 18, now I'm 47. Now many women that enjoy having a train. Oh, yeah, he said, since I was 18 and now I'm 47. Now many women that enjoy having a train. It's low-key a fantasy for them being desired by men at one at a time, and throws in passion of being dominated and desired. Oh, trust me, most chicks like a train song run up. Most women, if you get them in the right setting, will even admit it. Dwayne Rose, women see their womb as sacred. That's you a he said, women see their wombs as sacred. That's you a feminist movement. he said that's your feminist movement. Ah, shit. Well, that's part of it. 17 now says the Darius M channel will show you it is for more than just sisters doing all that ish that we talking about sisters for. Okay. Now 17 now says, yeah, no Usher burning. Yeah, no Usher burning at all. Now yeah, man. Let's see here. Now, women don't even realize that they could get dudes, they could get men who would really like for example, I'm not even so much about even breaking bread for a female. I don't mind, saying, coming out the pockets for a woman if I had to, you know what I'm saying? Well, in the right settings, in the right situation. But y'all women, y'all just be hurting it, y'all be making the situation bad for yourselves. And there's a lot of bad behavior that y'all do around that. With that being said, where's it at? I was just playing some video the other day. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is that? Oh, here you go. Remember this last week, y'all?
So niggas will flirt with you at the grocery store, but not offer to pay for your groceries? Get the fuck out of my face! I beg your fucking pardon? What the fuck you think this is? I'm over here shopping for things, and you're flirting with me while I'm shopping for things, but not offering to pay for the things that I'm shopping for while you're trying to flirt with me. Are you stupid? Like, the only way to win right now is to pay for the groceries. If not, move the fuck around. Move around. Because you're definitely not moving on up. Thank you.
Now, when women go and they, thumbs up a post like this, or they go in the socials like, yeah, girl, yeah, he better come out the pockets. Yeah, girl, yeah. Here's number 2. Woman, I had to say this, y'all. But women, let's stop listening to these black women when it comes to how to diss these men and stuff. Because guess what? Unfortunately, black women, y'all represent a demographic that, are the least married, least in a relationship, multiple, most known to have multiple baby daddies. Don't listen to these chicks. And the truth is that what's so stupid about this chick is if a dude was willing to kind of holler at you in the grocery store, Pete this. What about just getting the money from him the next time when you get to know him? Then tell him, hey, girl, hey, man, I'm trying to go to that Whole Foods. Remember when you met me at Whole Foods? I need to go back to Whole Foods. But no, she want to get her shit up front. And which is really, 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 really goofy.
Flirt with you. Wait, so niggas will flirt with you at the grocery store, but not offer to pay for your groceries? Get the fuck out of my face! I beg your fucking pardon? What the fuck you think this is? I'm over here shopping for things, And you're flirting with me while I'm shopping for things, but not offering to pay for the things that I'm shopping for while you're trying to flirt with me. Are you stupid? Like, the only way to win right now is to pay for the groceries. If not, move the fuck around. Move around. Because you're definitely not moving on up. Thank you.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Yo, these chicks, man, be on that dumb shit, man. And, like, you could have had a dude, like, for example, I'm going to just tell this story because, you know what? Half of Miami probably done heard about this shit already, okay? But it was way back in the day. Not even that long. I'll say about 20 years ago. Y'all remember that restaurant called Finger Licking? If y'all have been in Miami, y'all know about this. There's this restaurant called The Licking or Finger Licking, but it's called The Licking. Anyway, this restaurant is kind of a gourmet restaurant in the hood. That's kind of their niche a little bit. It's like really good sit down food, but on the go. Like, I mean, I guess you could sit down there and eat it, but it's like really good. I would say it's like premium food, but just in the hood, I guess. I don't know if that's the way to say it, but long story short is, you know, their food's a little pricey, and that's no big deal, right? But I remember I went with this girl, and I remember, like, we added, I guess, some drinks or whatever. I guess there was some special fruity drinks. Mind you, they're non-alcoholic. I think they're like $10 each or some shit like that. And I was like, for some goddamn drinks, damn, right? And do you know, she was like, oh, well, you know, I was like, I don't mind, paying for the drinks or whatever, right? See, my goofy ass thought it was a good idea, right? Do you know, her ass basically was like going around telling people that I was cheap or whatever because I didn't want to pay for some $10 drinks. But mind you, this shit had no alcohol. This was like 2015, okay? Like, why the fuck would I want to buy a drink that's $10? Ask them then, look, and mind you, at a motherfucking carry-out motherfucking restaurant, bro. You feel me? But guess what? I can honestly say that she actually helped me out because she had taken me to her house before, right? I've been to her house like once. And I noticed that, like, she was like living, she had her spot, but she ain't had no goddamn, no damn TV. We was just sitting there with no TV, just smoking, like, no damn TV, like, nothing like to hear, just looking at each other, right? And I told myself, I was like, dear Lord, you let her give me this poom poom, and yo, I'm gonna buy her a nice ass TV. But guess what? I swear to God, y'all probably don't believe me, bro. Y'all probably think I'm making this shit up. I swear to God, the one thing I was just like, man, I can't wait till she give me the poom poom, because after she gave me the poom poom and I knew I was in there, I was gonna get her as a TV. Even if me and her didn't work out, I was just gonna bless her with a TV. Because especially at those times too, it didn't cost much to get someone a nice little decent HD or TV or whatever, right? But this bitch went around my job and even told my homeboy in the hood that I was cheap. Yo.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Go figure. I would say like a year and a half later, I am going to the spot not too far from where I stay, right? And mind you, I seen her outside talking to some dude, right? And I guess the dude's girlfriend came out of nowhere, and the bitch ran inside the club. I guess she's a bartender at the spot, right? And I remember the girl talk about, you talk to some little gal or something like that. I guess the girl was Caribbean or something. But long story short is when I went in there, of course, old girl ended up serving me at the bar. But mind you, I was with a date. And the old girl's all like, you're being really nice to your girl or whatever. Damn, I'm sweating like a runaway slave. But what's ironic is, go figure, here you go, being a bartender, straight up sex worker, you know what I'm saying? No man. And guess what? Here you go now. But guess what? But people, they got to make their decisions. So, with that being said, it is what it is.
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Let me look at this comment section real quick because I know y'all got a bunch of comments. Maybe that's why I'm sweating. I'm gonna do the air conditioners on. Now, yeah, let me check on this real quick. Because this is way too hot.
Lord have mercy.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Damn. Your boy Callie up here cooking tonight. You see me? Cooking like a runaway slave, bro. Yes.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
I don't know, man. I guess, I don't know. Maybe these lights or something, but I'm just burning up tonight. So anyway, as I'm feeling mad, muggy, and uncomfortable, let's see here. Oh, 17 L says, I really do used to be a gentleman simp type, not sponsoring bras, but doing things in my younger days, and it went real bad for me. Then in time, I learned better to do as much as they do for you. Facts. And black women, all black men want you to do is reciprocate what we do for y'all. But guess what? That's too much of a problem. So guess what? We got to venture out and find women who are willing to do that. And man says, sir, roll that off the camera. Hey, you already done know, boy. You already done know.
My nigga.
Shit, as far as I'm concerned, roll what? Because, trust me, I know a thing or two, bro. I ain't about to get myself in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Even though I've seen people do it online, I don't myself. I don't even say what I'm smoking. I try not to even talk about it. A man supported man said I used to use pre-rolls myself to stuff and go. LOL. To be honest, man, like I said, man, I had a little bit of a long day. Yeah, I usually roll up way before even I go up on, online. Dwayne Rose says, so if I pay you for your groceries, are you cooking me for me several course meals with me asking, showing you appreciation how you flirt? Right. 17th and L says, ain't nobody paying for no effing groceries. You sound crazy. Exactly. Look, that type of chick, she's the type of chick who not only take your groceries, but then like clown you and show, like she'll post on Facebook and post a picture of her face like, oh, this nigga about my groceries, but I ain't giving him shit. That's the type of chick she is. Look, you can just tell. She's the type of chick who's gonna do that.
Niggas will flirt with you at the grocery store, but not offer to pay for your groceries?
Yo, some little ugly boots like this, let's just be real. She's not even really cute. Like, she got nice skin. That's the one thing I could give her. See, I like to at least, when I at least talk shit about my sisters, I like to uplift my sisters a little bit too. She got some really nice skin. If she was just to be nicer, she would get she would probably get further than she is now. But guess what? Because she's on that same chicken head shit. See, the thing is, somebody made her feel like she's a bad bitch, but the bitch is barely a 4. Like, the bitch is like a 5. You know what I'm saying? And I'm being generous with that 5, bro. You know what I'm saying? Took off take off that wig, she looking like my homeboy Dante. Straight up. Dwayne Rose says, Dwayne Rose says, I'm not approved. So many women sweat. So many women sweat on ladylike. J Flo said, I see you checking out my meat. Works like a charm. Ah, nice. Haha. Hey, that's that grocery store Riz. Sky Daddy said, Cali West, we in the building. Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate you, G. J Flo says, hell nah. Bring your own beer or bring your own everything. Bring your own, you heard? 17 said, no one should just pay for someone's groceries for a product that you just met and you don't even know that she even likes you. Now, if you helping a homeless person or elderly for something small, that's different. I agree. 17 says, took old Mr. Wendell out. Ha 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 ha. Right.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, this AI shit getting out of hand. Shit, so much out of hand needs to get in my hands. You dig?
Right.
Well, yeah, man. He says, Timothy says, now I have actually several sisters do things for me all the time when I start doing too much and trying to be in these bras. Oh man, as just a friend with benefits, they are much better to you. Well, that's why they say girlfriends are better than wives, because they never have a solid position. Their position could always get taken up, so they're gonna do what it takes to stay in that position in your life. It's kind of like why J Flo tells us not to get married, because as soon as we get married, we lose our leverage, because they have the court system behind them at that point. And yeah, and back to what you were saying before too, 17, we should not be buying those chicks groceries on the strength. Think about it like this too. So I mean, that almost kind of sets a bad precedent too. So we're just supposed to just because we like somebody, we should just. So would you tell your son to go do that? I mean, she probably don't have no son. She's probably too young to have a son. Well, not too young to have a son, but too young to be thinking about that. But I'm understanding, like, how cost effective would it be if every time I seen a girl that I liked, I had to pay for gas or groceries and stuff like that? That's the main reason why men don't even want to approach her in the first place. That's kind of parts of the reason why men don't want to approach her in public anymore. Anyway, even though cold approach is probably the weakest way to try to get at a girl, but go figure. You know what's so ironic? As much as cold approach is probably not the best strategy to get at a woman, cold approach did work probably about 10 years ago. Maybe less. But at least over 10 years ago, the cold approach worked, and there are a lot more people in relationships, right? A lot more stable relationships. So, it used to be a lot easier to get at women, so that's something that's undoubted, that's something that we cannot dispute. But yeah, man, like, at the end of the day, they really just make themselves look bad where they uphold certain things like this, when they post stuff like this and they talk like this. This doesn't help them getting with anyone. What else? Let's see here. Oh, here goes another one. And another one.
Hoes.
I ain't no man being no hoe.
I know a hoe. I know a few of them.
No, you know a that's been clapping cheeks and he out here being successful.
No.
Wow. You think that us as women respect a man that sleeps with multiple women? Because me personally, I don't.
It's very simple. You wouldn't even talk to the guys that couldn't sleep with women.
What?
You wouldn't notice the dudes that couldn't sleep with women.
I don't like horror.
When the last time you went to CVS?
About 3 days ago.
And you ain't noticed no guys in there, did you?
Oh, man.
Exactly. The reason why you ain't noticed them, because those in there ain't getting no box. They work at CVS. That's what I'm saying. You only notice the men that's getting
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
No lie. There's the truth to that. Even though we know he's a simp who married a single mother, you know. But hey, I guess he decided to go where it was, you know, he went where he'll celebrate it, you know, since simp or not.
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
But see, when women are not being realistic, they know they like men who get girls, so why they fronting? And what's so crazy is that women try to act like they're so big on the sisterhood. Man, a woman will steal another girl's man. If that man was that dude, she gonna steal it from her friend if she had to. Now, you know, I done brought up, what's that dude's name? I actually like him as an artist. What's that dude's name? He's an Atlanta artist. And he's with that, not Young Dro. Moneybag Yo. We all know he's with Ari Fletcher. But dude, Ari Fletcher, man, ain't no way Ari Fletcher ain't. There's no way that she's faithful, bro. But guess what? Women hold her up. Women want to be Ari Fletcher.
I shouldn't do that.
Yo, who the fuck was that in the background, bro? Who the fuck was that in the background?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
I shouldn't do that.
Okay. I thought that was another dude. I thought that was a dude. That's another dude. Okay. Can I run that back one more time, though? But we know y'all like that.
I should do that.
Man, I ain't got no cap. That shit might be real, bro. That shit might be real, bro. I ain't gonna lie though. I can see what he like about her. Wouldn't wipe her up, but I could definitely see what he like about her. Now, 17 the note said friends with benefits are better than girlfriends and wives. Really great. You better. Says especially when they know you have other bras in life, they are way better to you. That's like here's the thing, that's all facts. That's like undisputable. Because guess what? Yo, I still remember when I moved into an apartment. One of my apartments when I was living in Los Angeles. And I still remember I seen this very, very beautiful black woman. Oh, she was probably an 8. Still beautiful though. And I still remember saying, hello to her, or good morning to her. And she was like, what? She didn't even say good morning. She was like, what? And like, y'all know I got a deep voice. How you not hear me? You know what I'm saying? But that's because she subliminally already tuned me out. So when I said something to her, she probably didn't even catch what I said. I was like, what? Right? But, I was like, like, hey, or good morning or whatever. And she was like, oh, like, hey, or whatever, right? It was very like, basically she was like, fuck off, right? But as soon as she seen that I had a girlfriend, and not only was my girlfriend good looking, right? good enough to compete against her, but she had to be Asian as well. Man, that black chick used to try to be in my face all the time, man. I ain't gonna lie, she was fine as fuck, and I ain't gonna lie, I wish I would have fucked her. But guess what? Just because of the fact that she kind of dissed me and stuff like that, and just because of the reason why I knew that she wasn't really interested in me, off the face. I basically kind of just like, I'm not saying I did not speak to her after that, or I didn't kind of flirt a little bit, but the reason why I didn't go over the top is because, I was still a simp at the time, but I knew in the back of my head, like, if it wasn't for me having this girl, you wouldn't even want to fuck with me, bro.
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja. Bye-bye.
17 then says I had multiple broad friends try to backdoor them to get at me. Oh, facts, man. Oh, hell yeah. That's what's actually ironic about this whole sisters first, attitude, ladies first attitude that women in the black community got. Guess what? Because best believe, you think if a girl, gets with a dude, like for example, gets with a celebrity, or gets with like a scammer or a dude get money type of dude, she ain't gonna go fuck the dude too. Here's the thing: girls will fuck over their homegirls for a dude just because they want to see how his dick feels. Straight up and down. It has happened to me. I still remember that I smashed 2 girls, and it was mainly because one of them decided that she had a little free time and she let me smash. When she found out that I smashed the other girl, and the other girl found out it was pretty decent, she wanted to go get picked up and wanted to get fucked too, just like that. And it was crazy because I don't even think I even fucked them bitches after that. But guess what? They mainly wanted to fuck me because of the competition anxiety alone. 17th says I had a cousin that's wife and her sisters was supposed to be friends with my ex-wife, and the 2 of her sisters tried to backdoor my ex-wife to get at me. Facts, man. Yo, hey, women know when someone's a decent catch, bro. 17th says I know firsthand that the sisterhood is a whole lie. Facts. It's a house of cards, bro. It's a house of cards. It's a facade. But that same facade is keeping them. What's crazy is that facade is keeping them single. That's probably the biggest. That's the main reason why I'm bringing this up, is because women literally sabotage each other, like on a daily. When they give each other bad advice, they give each other terrible advice.
Time limit on bodies. I feel like a man that hit 10 years ago shouldn't be able to still claim that he hit me in 10 years ago. Can we please put a time limit on bodies? I feel like a man that hit 10 years ago shouldn't be able to still claim that he hit me in 10 years ago. We're not the same person. She's been gone a long fucking time. You didn't hit this. The bar was in hell back then. There should be an expiration date, no?
When men hear this, even if it's just from this chick right here, you don't think we look at every other woman and consider this too? That's why men promote dating younger women if they're in a serious relationship. Because guess what? If you're dealing with an older chick and you really consider being with her, you're going to have to check the whole facts. Credit needs to be run. Backgrounds need to be checked. Because, these women, she said, the old her. So that means she lived 2 lifetimes already. But then she's going to expect you to marry her or be in a serious relationship with her. And I must say, I don't know how her body looked, but she's a good-looking woman. I think she's actually cute, I don't know where her hair is. Well, her body is actually kind of okay. She probably bald-headed like everybody else, and that's okay. But at the same time, shit, Her past more worries me than her weave. 17 to know says, growing up in Hollow Grove and in school, I've seen so many girls that was friends beat the dog ish out of each other over smashing the other dudes. Man, LOL. Mm-hmm. Yep. And beat this. It was so obvious to us, even when we didn't even know what the red pill was, and we didn't know female nature. We still seen it in school, even before people had cell phones in their pockets, when people still had beepers. Yes, y'all. A lot of us, the older guys, like my age, we came from the age of beepers. Okay, we still remember when these girls was fighting over the same dudes, right? These things. We're not saying we never seen dudes fight over females. But it wasn't to that degree. It was because some girl was, masquerading as a good girl, and she was really a 304, while dudes would probably be getting into it. But, the girls who were known 304, dudes were not really fighting over them. But guess what? The women were always fighting over a dude. That's because the more he got access to females, the more he was a commodity at that school. Let's just keep it 100, bro. Shit, I know when it got out there, I got some poom poom. I was getting more poom poom in school. Shit. Straight up. Now I'm talking about high school. I'm just being real. 17th and 0 says, I went to pick up my cousin from his school and from his house in Lafayette Projects, and this broad slice of broad that she was doing her haircut, she found out that she smashed her man. That's sad. Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. You must be. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. You're a bold chick. You know what I'm saying? Fucking somebody's man, and she does your hair. Yeah, that's a little close to home. I mean, she didn't deserve. No one deserves to get their face splashed on, but this evil, man. Okay. Let me ask a question. Is she in jail for that? Hopefully she is. Hopefully get that animal off the street. She probably lost her Section 8 behind that too. Yeah, because you can't just be a straight up criminal and stuff like that. Well, her Section 8 just got extended to jail, hopefully. Fuck that. I would have called it. Hey, the projects or not. Hopefully she called the cops. Hopefully she called the cops. But see, like we got that Pop the Balloon show. Prime example. Women have been supporting this toxicity. And matter of fact, you can see the sisterhood is real on that Pop the Balloon show. But here go the sisters, here go sisters against the brothers on the, I won't say sisters against the brothers, but the brothers are choosing to either pop the balloon or find love with this chick. Look what she got to say.
Okay.
You're not responsible with money?
I'm responsible with money, but money come and go. So.
Damn. Okay.
And why'd you pop? I pop because I feel like you have to live your life and you just do what you want in life. So it's not about depending on how much the house is, as long as like you happy in that house. So it don't matter about the price of it.
All right, that's your opinion. I feel you.
Okay. To date me, like, where do you see yourself at, like, in 5 years? With me being in the picture, like, where will we be?
In 5 years, maybe in a house. Depends on how we go. We have to invest in each other, grow together. I mean, you're a nurse, right? I'm an engineer, so that's.
It shouldn't take 5 years.
Shouldn't take 5 years, but we should
be able to get a house tomorrow.
Really depends on your budgeting, though. If you like to spend, that would be the deal breaker.
What you mean, my budget?
I mean, like, if you just, not good with money.
So are you cheap?
Damn. No, I'm not cheap. We're just talking about there's some people out there that they see 1,000 and they spend it the next day.
But you can get it back.
But I mean, financial.
Oh, so I guess I must have played it backwards.
You know,
Okay.
you're not responsible with money.
I'm responsible for money, but money come and go. So.
Damn. Okay.
And why'd you pop?
I pop because I feel like you have to live your life and you just do what you want in life. So it's not about depending on how much the house is, as long as like you happy in that house. So it don't matter about the price of it.
All right, that's your opinion. I feel you.
Okay.
Now, a lot of women got that state of mind, and we're supposed to go marry you up, mind you. I ain't gonna lie. Look at that body, yo. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some kids or some terminations behind that body. Look at that body. There got to be some. I'm not saying that she has a bad shape per se, but I could just look at her and tell by that body that she done at least got a baby or two. You know, yes. Would I be all up in her in the bedroom? Yes. But yeah. But then she wanted to spend money as she believes money just comes and goes. 17 now says that was 25 years ago, so I don't know. Okay. Oh, I thought that was recently. Sad. Still sad. But yep. But that ghetto state of mind, bro. That ghetto mentality.
This is a sick Negro.
Mind you, the dude probably wasn't even shit either. At that.
Nasty bitch.
It's her man, but she lived in the projects. Right? That's kind of crazy, right? Obviously, it wasn't her baby daddy, or was it? Well, like I said, you probably don't know. But that's crazy. That's just disgusting. And like I said, I hope she's in jail for that. I really do. Yeah, man. What else I got for y'all? Let's see here. Oh, I thought this was actually kind of funny. This is old, but
so let me show y'all something, world. I just literally proposed. I ain't gonna record you because that's up. Like I just proposed to my girl.
10 years,
so yeah, we've been together. Yeah, we've been together for 10 years, and I just proposed to her, and she just sitting here and just looking at the ring. You just sitting here looking at it.
In the car, you ain't put no thought into it. You ain't taking me out to dinner or nothing. No type of little setup, bro.
Why do it? But
flowers, nothing. Just this ring.
But Crystal,
and then after 10 years,
Crystal,
no.
You said you wanted to be married. I went out and bought this
like
ring.
5 years ago, I don't want that shit. Now it take you another 5 years to propose to me. No, I don't want.
What you mean? So 10 years? Look, 10 years for me. That tells me if I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
It don't take you 10 years.
People true colors. People true colors don't be coming. Like I got to see your true colors. It do take people 10 years. Everybody not the same. Like, I don't get it. What you talking about? Like, so you really don't want to. You don't want to marry me. So you finna break up with me because I got you a ring 10 years later?
What type of thought is this? We in the car.
Yo. I honestly say, even though I've seen this video before, you know what I'm saying? I did a video about this actually before, about maybe a year or two ago. I can honestly say that they're both wrong in this situation, bro.
This is a sick Negro.
They are equally as wrong. I ain't cap though. Why would you want to marry a chick after 10 years? Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, even if she's a good woman, you made her wait for 10 years. That's a goddamn long time. I would honestly say 5 years, you've been with you for 5 years, for the most part, she's basically held you down. If you're gonna marry her, you should at least marry her. I would say, if you've been dating her for 5 years, and that's your girl. You should really, in theory, I'm not telling you how to get married out here, y'all. But I'm saying, if you was gonna marry her, that would probably be the best time to marry her. Okay, 1. But yo, 2, the fact that she's turning you down, she obviously got somebody else in mind. Trust me, would probably be at least thinking. He said, to see people's true colors, it takes 10 years. God damn.
Emotional damage.
But yo, you already know she been on a creep. Yeah, keep it on the down low. She's definitely been creeping, bro. Yo, trust me. Trust me. A few ninjas done parted them legs between you and this 5-10 year relationship, buddy. Trust me.
Done with it.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For
Nasty bitch.
Oh, trust me. She's definitely double dipping, bro. She's definitely getting double dipped on, bro. Monk Dan comes through. He says, damn, with the $20 super chat. Yo. He says, haven't been to class in a minute. Jam City crew in a building, putting that dick all up in that girl. Salute.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Yo, salute to Monk Dan with a $20 super chat. Shout out to the Money Mindset crew and Coach Greg Adams. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to check that out. The Righteous Feel is real, yo. Salute. I appreciate you, my G.
My nigga.
Yes, Lord. Man, I really appreciate that for real, y'all. For real, Monk Dan. Thank you. The man support man says laughing my fucking ass off. Monk Dan says the man support man, aka MPI, took her breath some more. You already know. Shit, I might have run it back one more time.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't got this at Booby, my boy.
Oh my God. That booby.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't got this at Booby, my boy.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. You're in.
I'm
in there. Yeah, I'm in there.
Wait,
so, now, see, what I would want you to do is like grab your ankles now. But I'm saying, like, you got to understand if it's not like nature wanting this to happen, I would have to see it. Okay.
Do you like?
Yeah, hell yeah.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Yo, real talk. I don't know why she acting like that. She done got fucked on camera fucking plenty of motherfucking times any motherfucking way.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
I'd buy
Gotcha. Gotcha.
He was like, you in there. Literally, hey, bro. Literally.
They don't got this at Booby, my boy.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. You're in.
I'm in there. Yeah, I'm in there.
Wait, so,
Now, see, what I would want you to do is like grab your ankles now. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta understand if it's not like nature wanting this to happen, I would have to see it. Okay.
Do you like?
Yeah, hell yeah.
she wanna put that pussy on me, put it on me.
Brother had to cross his legs. That motherfucker was about to show out, bro. Hey, I feel you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, in high school, remember? You know what I'm saying? You remember people, you know, we used to walk around with a book in our hand. You know what I'm saying? We see the cheerleaders in the cheerleader outfits. Motherfucker had that folder. That folder was in front real quick. Like, oh, man, let me go to my class real quick. Shit.
Perfect.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck if that's fake or not, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can say that's nasty or whatever. I'll still hit that shit, bro. Shout out to the nasty boys, bro. Shit.
She wanna put that pussy on me, put it on me.
Okay, let's see here. Matter of fact, let's see here. Oh, see? Here's another example of how women sabotage each other. Look, these chicks are really, really, look, to the point, look, you see it, look, there's lots to unpack from this video, right? Not only do you see a homegirl trying to literally backdoor a homegirl, but you see competition anxiety, and also you see shaming language used as well. Check this out. Once I can get it on my screen.
Low vibrational woman. Pay attention.
Boxer dude? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
This is a boxer guy from New York. Are you serious? You're online with just any girl requesting her. I had to request you, but you're requesting her? Are you for real? How are you though? How do you have a fight coming up anytime? I miss you.
Yeah, I do.
My outfit today?
Hell nah, bro. You looking
Bro,
very...
it's okay. He's a fruit bucket. He's a fruit bucket.
You caught that? Whenever you don't like them, they say you're zesty. If you truly know within yourself you're not a mook, stay calm. If it's not true, why you barking? If a dog barks, you don't bark back, right? This is also the evil spirit in them. Evil spirits like to antagonize you for a reaction. Don't give them a reaction. They feed off negative energy.
I can't show my body. No, he's a fruit bucket. It's okay. Show him your whole body and I can't show my booby.
It's too much double standards in dating. If she sets boundaries, she's empowering. If men set boundaries, we're controlling. If I don't want a single mother, I'm immature. If she don't date broke men, it's a preference. It's too much double standards in dating.
Bro, why are you trying to act nonchalant? Like the order's not getting that. It is, I like him. I don't. Pass me that ball. It's giving cornball. Here. Pass me that ball. Here, cornball. Passed.
Understand that Jezebels hate prophets. Whenever they can't get a reaction out of you, it makes them upset. Jezebel spirits feed off negative energy. Don't give them any reaction. For those of you that don't know, a Jezebel spirit is a biblical term. It's basically a woman made to manipulate men, destroy men, and take advantage of men's lust. Understand that most of these women nowadays are zombies. They're all programmed. They want their nails done, hair done, BBL done. They think that if you can't provide that, you don't deserve love. So always be on lookout for a Jezebel spirit. And above all, stop chasing women. If you're 18 through 28 years old, you need to be focused on your God-given purpose. Stop chasing women. In 10 years from now, nobody's gonna ask you how much females you cracked. What did you do? Who did you inspire? Stop worrying about these females and get on your grind. A chick is not gonna make you $1 million. They pull up on you when you got the mill.
Yo. Hey. Young brother is speaking some facts. Monk Dan. Young man's definitely putting some facts. I don't know all that profit bullshit, nigga. That's a little bit of a stretch, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go as far as that. You feel me? But, you know, I mean, you know, it was a little funny. You know what I'm saying? He said he didn't like old girl's outfit. I don't know. I kind of feel like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I kind of feel like he was overdoing a little. I personally kind of feel like he was doing a little bit too much. Like he didn't like old girl's outfit. I mean, I don't see what's wrong with that outfit. You feel me? I mean, I don't know. I kind of like. I don't know. Do you like her outfit, y'all? I kind of liked her outfit. That's probably the only one pushback I can honestly say. And look, like if he said he didn't really like her outfit, I just kind of feel like he kind of went a little far when he was like he was kind of clowning her outfit a little bit. Hold up, let me play it real quick. Look.
I mean, it's okay. He's a fruit bucket. He's a fruit bucket.
Yeah, I do.
My outfit today.
Hell nah, bro. You looking
Bro,
good.
he's not. It's okay.
He said something like you looking like bummy or something like that. I don't know what he was gonna say, but I don't know. Maybe he really don't like her outfit. I don't know. But guess what? The truth is, he'll just be honest with her. So, you know, whether I probably would have said that myself, but hey, beat this. But you know that he shitted on old girl and homegirl was still biting. Homegirl still wanted to fuck with him. I ain't gonna lie though. You know, she said she was gonna pass the ball. Let her pass the ball. But you know what's so crazy? Shady. The other chick, she was still let him grease too. But the other one, she was on a jock. She was on it. Hey, no lie. Sometimes you just go where you're celebrated. But, you know, they're definitely a little vibrational. Shit. I still would have put them both to good use. You feel me? But yeah, homeboy was definitely speaking facts, bro. I don't know. I still liked that outfit. I probably would have told her out. I probably wouldn't have went in on her like how he was going to go in. But, you know, I would have like, you know, it's all right.
Out to the tech, low vibration.
But, you know, but yeah, brother was definitely, you know, I definitely like what he had to say, though, no doubt. So he's supposed to be a boxer. I don't know. I guess maybe I don't know if he's an amateur boxer or something like that. But yeah, salute to bro. Now, yo, check this out. This is really kind of on weird, right? So, you know, ring cameras. Ring cameras is a new thing now. Look at this ring cam. Check this out. Well, once it's able to come up on my screen.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Friends going out on the ring camera. Wait for it.
Y'all just see that? I don't know, y'all. Y'all think that they reversed? You think that was a reverse train? Y'all think that could have been a reverse train? Hey, yo. We know one thing. He definitely got him fucked up. And he more fucked up than they are. Man, yo, they reverse trained on
Group of friends going out on the ring camera.
See? They went to the club that night and didn't get no
Wait
niggas.
for it.
We know when they went to the club that night, didn't get no niggas. Oh, they was like they didn't get some team one way or another, bro.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Shit, 1-800, it rhymes with great, bro. Straight up and down, bro. Dial 1-800, it rhymes with great, bro.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
This is a sick Negro.
Yeah, shit crazy, boy. Shit crazy. What else I got? Oh, see? Like I said, sisters sabotaging sisters. Prime example. And this is a good way to, like, you know, end off this segment. Check it.
Live together, 2 separate bedrooms because that's what I wanted. I just cannot be underneath a guy 24 hours a day. So now he's talking marriage. He also wants kids, and I absolutely do not want kids. Not only that, I don't even want to be in the same household. I want a 2 separate household marriage. What do you think?
Do you think a marriage could survive if y'all live in 2 households in the same city?
I do.
Who else feels that way? She feels that way? Stand up now. Okay, now, just stop. You ready? Are you married?
No.
Okay. Are you married, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
How long you been married?
40 years.
40 years. Would the man sitting next to you, would that happen to be your husband?
Absolutely.
Could you go into that house y'all been living in for 40 years and tell him that you want a separate house?
Hell no.
The only other person in here that think what you said is a good idea is the other pretty lady that ain't married.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
See, the delusion is real. And mind you, Steve Harvey, we all know that Steve Harvey is a simp and all that, right? But guess what? Even a broken clock could be right sometimes. So let's just be real. You know, not saying that marriages work with people in the same household, but a marriage definitely is not going to work with people living, you know what I'm saying, separately. That's definitely not going to work things out at all. Like, come on now. That, look, like straight up and down, nobody, look, here's the thing. Anybody can clearly see she don't like this guy. This guy, whoever she's referring to, she don't like this guy, okay? No matter if she got glasses, see, what do you think? You think that chick is going to be in her own place, sitting there reading books? No, she's going to be getting, you know what I'm saying? She's going to be getting it in the Duke shoot and all up in her mouth, and she's going to be getting dug out by some dude from the South. You feel me? You know, with all that sophisticated talk like that, this same chick gets trains ran on her by the hood ninjas, okay? This chick right here, yeah. This chick. You know, she probably even marrying a body shift Brad. But yo, man, you know what? Man, I'm waking up. That might be one of my next videos too, about this simp economy, man. There's a simp pandemic where they are running out of simps. Because guess what? Even if a man want a simp, you know what I'm saying? Simping ain't simping if you don't at least have some money to go with that simping. You feel me? So guess what? Women are not gonna want, you know, women only like useful simps. A simp ain't a simp if you ain't that useful. But with the economy going so bad, man, it's hard to keep it up. So they're running out of simps, man. Men are taking care, and they realize it too, that it's even cheaper just to rent them than to keep them. Straight up and down, bro.
My nigga.
I'd buy that for $1.
Once again, y'all, it's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you're feeling this shit, I appreciate all the super chats that I got this evening. Once again, Monk Dan, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man, support man, and I appreciate 17 Pinot. I appreciate Dwayne Rose coming through. I even appreciate the ladies coming through as well, even though some of y'all are ninja watching. I appreciate Angel Reese but Angel Reese. You are Angel, but Miss Lisa Reese coming in, you know what I'm saying, starting up the conversation. It was very intriguing, and I appreciate you. Once again, y'all, it's Scotty West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Hope y'all have a good night. See y'all tomorrow. Wednesday is hump day. Hope y'all have a good day. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week, but I will see y'all tomorrow night. Peace.